Hello everyone, I will be showing you the development process for my branding project Blocko. Blocko is a popular entertainment destination in my hometown Tirana. My main focus in this project is to create a brand that represents what Blocko has to offer. And this is exactly how I started my development process, by listing the values this place has to offer to its visitors. On this slide, you can see some of the values that have worked as fundamental elements in my project, like community sense, colourful, history, and entertainment. After listing the values of Blocko, I started some sketches. Some of them included the urban lifestyle of Blocko, and some others focused on the name of the brand. During this process, I changed the name of the brand to Block, which gives a more local sense to the project. Block is a shortened way of saying at Blocko, is how everyone refers to it every day, and I believe that this change of the name will make locals feel more familiar with this brand. Furthermore, this means that tourists will learn a new word from the Albanian language, Block. After deciding on the new name, it was time to give some life to my sketches. This version represents the urban layout of Blocko, with high buildings and a colourful lifestyle, and the other two represent mainly the monograms of the B for Blocko and N for Block. As I was working on the logo version, I didn't feel inspired enough, and it has been about a year since I last visited Blocko. On my timetable, I had planned to visit it, but COVID-19 has not been very helpful, and so I decided that the only way to develop on this project was to visit Blocko again. And so I did, and took some brilliant pictures of the points of interest there. After my visit in Tirana, the inspiration hit me. As I was flying back, I drew some sketches, which didn't seem very promising at first, but they had a concept. The sketches gave the impression of a location destination, and there was a playful and modern style that I liked about them. As soon as I got home, I started visualizing and measuring the composition of the logo, and I was happy with the results. I had a work in my hands that seemed like an attention trigger tool. Adding to the concept, I decided to play with a square shape that represents the literature meaning of Blocko, a block where you can find everything you need. I experimented on the concept on adding the square, but I decided that the logo stands better on its own. Here is a clear visualization of the logo. Blocko is a destination, a bold and vibrant place to live, work and enjoy some fun activities. I decided to keep a simple and clean layout of the logo, as I wanted to play more with colors and patterns in it. Rewinding back to the day where I took these pictures at Blocko, I wanted to make sure that I use them properly. And as I wanted to add patterns on this project, why not base the patterns on the building and views of Blocko? And this is what I did. I aimed at creating a clean layout for the patterns, as I thought of it as an element that will be strongly connected to the brand. As the patterns were inspired by Blocko, I aimed to create an engaging game on finding where the patterns belonged to, maybe. I experimented with several colors as well. The main focus was for all my color choices to represent something from Blocko. I ended up with a lot more options than I needed and decided to narrow it down. The main reason for that was that this project is bold, and a lot of color options will distract from the main subject. Therefore, I made a list of the values of Blocko and chose one color for each of them: history, economy, environment, entertainment. Experimenting with typography for this project was not very easy. I wanted something that represents the bold character of Blocko, something that can stand alone, the same like Blocko does, and at the same time an element that represents the vibrance and energy this place has to offer. While I decided on my color scheme, playing around with my color combinations was one of the most satisfying processes. I tried the concept of the square one more time, but still decided that it did not feel compositionally adapted for the logo. Instead, I tried some versions that as layout for posters. That certainly worked out better at the first attempt. In this phase, I was still unsure if I made the right choice with the patterns, but the fact that I invested all the time on creating them, I felt like I owed to myself to make them work. As on my initial concept, I wanted the patterns to add that playful and modern character from the brand. I started experimenting on the scale, proportions, and composition of them. I decided on the full color option as the outline versions felt like they would probably lose the importance if they were included in a layout. After I concluded my thoughts on the patterns, I went back to the logo and experimented with the placement of it within different context layouts and colors, and proved its usage on a lot of cases. So coming to the end, this is one of the final versions of the logo. Mainly the logo will stand white as in full color, and then a full color background on it, where it will be added also patterns around with different contrasted colors, of course. So that will keep a clean and simple character for the brand. Thank you.